jumping for joy.
First ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh!
Did he bring it in? He did!
It is caught!
What?
The number one team in Rhode Island heads to Johnston tonight to take on the Johnston Panthers. The Barrington Eagles, who no one thought would be number one, are shocking the state right now as they remain at the top of the RPI standings in Rhode Island Interscholastic League. Alongside Matthew Duquette, I'm your play-by-play announcer Anthony Vendetti here on our own YouTube channel and the NFHS network. Matt, the top dog in Rhode Island comes to Johnston, where the Panthers look for a little upset tonight.
Yeah, and Johnston looking for this upset. This is a big test for them tonight. It's to see, can you compete at this high level? They've had some really unlucky games, some really bad games in the season. It's to show, can we play good defense? Can we play good offense? Even if they don't win tonight, just showing they can keep it close would be a big victory for them.
Well, let's go into the game notes so far. So the last meeting that these two teams played, it went all Barrington way. They won 93-46 a year ago today. But we'll start with Barrington first. So they're 8-0. They've beaten a Connecticut team, which is a very high-ranked team in Connecticut. So this team is pretty legit. They only beat them by 5, but still getting a high-quality win like that. But also, the teams that they've beaten in state this year, they've beaten Classical by 15, LaSalle by 5, and Central by 8. That's 3 top 10 teams right there. So this team is no joke. They are one of the best teams in the Rhode Island.
No, they're not. It's a great team. Like I said, great test for this Johnston. Number 5, he's a player to look out for, looking pretty good. But it's this team. They look great. They look like they just don't miss in these warm-ups. Johnston, it's going to be a real big test for them tonight. Can they compete?
Well, also for Barrington, they finished in the Final Four last year. They were eliminated by Hendricken in the Final Four at URI. But let's go into Johnston as there's 2 minutes until the starting lineups are announced. They got a big overtime win last night against Burrillville, 83-76, in which a game that Jordan Dicklow had 38 points and that 7 assists just continues to shine for this Panther squad.
Amazing. His ability to elevate as a freshman is insane. Wonderful, actually. The level of play that he has, shown this season is great, and he's definitely going to be in the history books in Johnston. But now it's, can this team come together? They have such great individual talent. Can they come together now and get that great team win, get a great team season going as they, struggled last year and this year so far?
Also for Johnston, Morsilli added with 14, Vento with 12, and Sherwood 11. So they started the scoring a little bit last night, but Dicklow just led the way with the scoring 38. But also a thing to also mention for Johnston, their 4 wins this year, they're only against Division II teams. They beat Burrillville twice. They swept them, which they got swept last year. They beat Coventry, and they've beaten Cranston West in the Holiday Tournament. They're still looking for that first Division I win, and with this high-quality opponent tonight, it's going to be really tough to do so.
It really is. And like I said, Ant, even if they lose this game, it's still a great testament if they can just stay in it and not lose by 50. If they can stay in this game and make it competitive, that's a win for Johnston tonight.
Yeah, one of the main things that I want to get into for a question for you as the under a minute to go until starting lineups. How can the Panthers hang with the Barrington Eagles, who are number 1 in the state?
Yes, and they need to do the key things I've been saying all season. Passing, communication, running those plays, and playing smart basketball. They have to play efficient. They can't make those silly mistakes. They have to come out here with intensity, but also purpose. They can't just, shoot a shot just to shoot it. They have to run those plays. They have to make smart basketball decisions.
Yeah, well, let's go into the starting lineups as the white card is getting introduced at center court. First for the Barrington Eagles, who are coached by Mike Raffa. Been a long time at the Barrington Eagles, and the success he's had will be number 5, Caleb Statusfield, a senior. A guard, a senior number 11, Colin McDermott. A senior guard, number 21, Alex Anderson. A guard, number 32, Ryan Rililjo. And a forward, number 33, Ryan Rigamonti. For your Johnston Panthers, still the same starting 5 as they've had all year. Coached by Mike Berjosian, a sophomore guard, number 1, Chris Cherry. A senior guard, number 2, Ronnie Vento. A senior guard, number 4, Jason Skino. A freshman, number 3, Jordan Dicklow. And a forward junior, number 11, Michael Morsilli. As the starting lineups are getting introduced, we're going to take a quick break. Starting lineups, national anthem, tip-off coming up next.
That's all this evening. Number 21, Alexander Smith. At center, a senior, 53, Ryan Rigamonti. And now, the second runner, we go to Panthers. Of the police fires. We move all ahead with it. As we honor America by playing her. National anthem.
Back from the national anthem, the Barrington Eagles coming to Johnston as the Panthers try to upset the #1 team in Rhode Island. Go over the starting lineups one more time. First for the Eagles, Caleb Statusfield, a senior. A senior, number 11, Colin McDermott. A senior, number 21, Alex Anderson. A senior, number 32, Ryan Relojo. And a forward, senior, number 33, Ryan Rigamonti. For your Panthers, same starting five as all year. Cherry, Vento, Skino, Morsilli, and Dicklow. Dicklow coming off a 38-point game as tip-off is about to be underway. Anderson will jump for the Eagles. Morsilli will jump for the Panthers. Let's see if the Panthers can play a little spoiler at home. And off we go from Johnston as a pass inside, and very quickly Caleb Statusfield flushes one home, and it's 2-0 Barrington.
Yeah, from hearing from other people, he's the guy to look out for. Great score for Barrington.
So Dicklow now will take it to the top of the key and will take a three and airballs it on his first shot attempt, and it's going to go Barrington way. So far, not the best of starts for the Panthers. They lose the tip-off. Barrington scores within the first 3 seconds, and they airball a three to turn it over.
That shows the offensive capability right there, just fully on display by Barrington.
Here's Statusfield inside pass. Statusfield steps back, takes a three from the corner. Way too long and into the hands of Jason Skino.
This really shows, will Johnson be able to keep up with Barrington here?
This is where you got to take advantage. When Barrington makes a mistake, this is where you got to take advantage of him. As Dicklow gives it the corner, Cherry, right corner three off the front rim in the hand of Statusfield. Rigamonti. Relojo, wide open top of the key off the front rim. Rebound in the hands of McDermott. He takes a three off the back iron. Another rebound for Barrington. Rigamonti into the hands of Vento.
Been a struggle all year, giving the other team too many opportunities. Johnson has to do a better job at rebounding.
And especially against #1 Barrington, you do not want to commit those kind of mistakes. As Morsilli takes a three off the side of the rim. Last touch by Vento right there. It's going to go Barrington way.
Johnson, great look so far to start this game. Just haven't been able to capitalize on some of Barrington's mistakes.
Yeah, and especially against a #1 team. Take advantage of those mistakes. Inside pass from Statusfield to Rigamonti, and he gets it to fall, and it's 4-0.
Especially with Johnson. You know they struggle in that second half. You got to capitalize early in this first half. Maybe get a lead here.
Cherry gives it off to Vento at the right wing. Dicklow at the top of the key, guarded by Anderson. Morsilli drives inside with the left hand, gets it to fall, and the Panthers are on the board as Morsilli gets one to fall, and it's 4-2.
Yeah, usually he's a three-point shooter for Johnson, getting it done in the paint there.
Relojo to the corner. His three is good. McDermott swishes one home, and it's 7-2. Right in front of the pen, and already some chippiness from the student section of Johnston and the Barrington Eagles.
Yeah, was hearing it from them early tonight. They said they were going to get into it.
Vento off the back iron. Statusfield pulls there on the rebound. McDermott. Relojo. Left wing three off the front rim. Statusfield gets the rebound. Fakes the three. Now getting swarmed, and a foul is called on Skino. A lot of contact down low with Morsilli and Skino. No foul is called, but Skino got a little bit too physical. That's going to be his first of the game.
Yeah, Johnston been struggling with fouls a little bit. Just kind of committed that one there. Johnson has to capitalize on this opportunity, get the ball back, and go down and score.
As Relojo will inbound it from the baseline. After a little pause on the court from one of the refs and one of the officers here.
Johnson's rebounding struggle showing early.
I think the refs are starting to talk it over a little bit now with the players, making sure everything's good. So Relojo will inbound for the baseline. Fadeaway shot, rolls around, and it falls in for Rigamonti as Barrington pulls their lead to 7. Bento now calls out a play. Cherry, deep left wing 3, airballs that one, and Barrington will take over. Statusfield wide open in the corner. Off the side of the rim, Skino pulls down the rebound. Dicklow down court pass to Vento. Vento drives to the right hand and one. Senior captain Ronnie Vento gets the big and one bucket. Let's see if he can complete the 3-point play.
You know, showing his offensive capabilities there. Calling a play, didn't really work out. Got that rebound, fast break, and one for Ronnie Vento. Can he get this 3-point play?
As Pettit awaits at the board to check in as Vento's going to have to reshoot because they were having some trouble with trying to sub in Jacob Pettit as Skino will check out. And now Vento has to reshoot. So let's see if that does not come back to haunt him.
You know, Pettit struggling with rebounds last year. Got a little bit better this year.
It doesn't phase Vento as he completes the 3-point play. As Bedrosian will call a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here with a 9-5 game. That's what the kind of plays that the Panthers need. You know, you're trailing, and then you get a big and one bucket from your senior captain that just brings momentum back to you. Because the last thing the Panthers want to do is fall behind bad in this game, and all of a sudden they're trailing by 10. They're trying to play catch up the whole game.
Yeah, and any team can't really compete with that. Once you're down 10 the entire game, the mentality is going to go down, and it's just tough fighting back. If you're scoring and they're scoring and the momentum's still going their way, it's always tough to climb back. But Johnson just has to capitalize on these opportunities in the early start. And
yeah, because like we mention all the time, you know, when the Panthers trail, they just don't seem to have any fight left in them. And especially against a team like Barrington, you don't want to fall behind by a lot very early because, like I said, you're playing catch-up the whole game, and that's going to tire your team out.
It isn't. And this group of guys at Johnson, all talented. Talent-wise, compete with any team in the state. It's just the teamwork needs to get better from Johnson.
So Barrington will inbound after the 30-second timeout. And a stoppage as I think the ref's looking at the pen. So here we go. As a sub checks in for the Barrington Eagles, Colin Appleyard. McDermott gives it off. Gets it back at the top of the key. Gets it punched out by Cherry. Oh, that would have been a huge steal for the Panthers. Inside pass. Whoa, beautiful passing right there. And Rigamonti draws the foul as Colin Appleyard gave it off to him. That one's going to be charged to Morsilli.
Morsilli a little frustrated with that one. But you just got to play the ball. Almost a great steal by Cherry. Would have been a fast break, wide open layup to cut the lead to 2.
First one falls for Rigamonti. As Skino getting checked out on the bench, I think he had a nosebleed. That's what it looks like. Rigamonti switches his second home, 2 for 2 from the senior.
And you know Barrington's going to do the fundamentals great. They're going to hit those free throws. You can't give them those free points.
Bento drives inside, tries to give it off the Pettit, but gets stolen away by Rigamonti. Down court pass, way too far and in the hands of the Johnson sophomore. Panthers catch a huge break. Pettit inside with the right hand, rolling around and can't get it to fall.
Tough break for Pettit there. Good luck for him.
To the corner, Appleyard 3. Good. Colin Appleyard getting his first minutes of the game and switches to corner 3. Barrington lead now up to 9. Here's Vento. Dicklow, pull-up mid-range shot is in. Dicklow, who had 38 last night, gets his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, freshman showing his scoring capabilities there. Great mid-range pull-up from Dicklow.
Statusfield on the right wing. Appleyard, top of the key three. Bang! Colin Appleyard, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc already tonight. Dicklow drives, right hand, off the backboard, no good. Appleyard has a 2-on-1, drives in on Vento with the right hand, off the window and draws the foul. Colin Appleyard with 7 unanswered points.
Wow, and Barrington really showing why they're the #1 team in Rhode Island. Great scoring opportunities. Already up 12. This is not a good position if you're Johnston.
As the sophomore Jabel De La Cruz checks into the game, replacing Morsilli. Appleyard completes a 3-point play, so 8 points off the bench already for the junior. As the lead is now up to 13 already. As that pass goes out of bounds, and Barrington will take over.
Kind of pass there by Vento. Little Jabel miscommunication there.
Here's Appleyard with Sherry in the coverage, trying to slow him down, has 8 unanswered. McDermott, top of the key 3. Off the back iron, Vento pulls that rebound down. Down court pass to Cherry, gets tipped, somehow gets it. Inside pass, Pettit, right hand, off the front rim, no good. Eagles will take over. Oh, almost a risky pass right there as Brady White was not even looking. Statusfield, that one gets stolen away by Dicklow. Had Vento open, didn't see him.
Barrington, very unselfish team. Clearly anyone can score.
Vento drives, looks for the foul and gets it. So he will go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. 20-7 with 1:25 to go as Vento already 1 for 1 from the line tonight.
Yeah, Johnson has to capitalize on these 3 points.
Vento switches his first one home as Morsilli checks into the game, replacing Pettit. 0 for 2 from the field tonight for the senior.
And what I was going back to about Barrington, anyone can get it done. The starting 5, the 6 men off the bench, anyone can seem to score for this Barrington offense.
And they just move the ball around very well. As McDermott gives it Statusfield in the corner, his 3, too short. De La Cruz pulls it down and stolen away by Appleyard. Wide open is White, but doesn't take the 3. McDermott, wide open 3 from the top. No good. De La Cruz pulls down that rebound. Panthers catch a huge break right there. Dicklow. Morsilli, top of the key 3. Rolls in and out. Vento pulls down the rebound. Jump ball. Possession arrow is going to stay with the Panthers. Great fight right there for the rebound by the senior captain.
Clearly, Vento senior, he doesn't want to have a losing season again. He's going to try to fight, and clearly that showed there with that rebound.
De La Cruz gives it off to Dicklow, who drives, gets it punched out. Cherry, he gets it back. Under 40 to play. Vento gets a screen. Drives on McDermott with the right hand. No good, pulls out his own rebound and gets it stripped out. Cherry gets it back. A lot of opportunities for the Panthers. Vento takes a 3 off the front rim and Statusfield pulls it down. Fakes it, slips on the ground, and that's going to be a traveling violation. Did a little bit too much with that ball right there, as the Panthers will likely get the final shot of the first quarter.
Unfortunate for Statusfield. Wide open mid-range for him, just slipped. Hasn't been getting anything to really fall tonight for him.
Under 10. See the Panthers can get a big shot before the end of this first. Dicklow, fadeaway shot. Rolls in and out. Stansfield pulls it down at the buzzer. Full court shot and hits it into the cheerleaders. So he just threw a full court one. As that's going to complete one from Johnston. Barrington dominates, led by Colin Appleyard with 8 unanswered. As we've completed one, 20-8 is your score. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back for the second quarter.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana.
Back from the first quarter break, 20-8, the Eagles lead over the Panthers. Appleyard leads the team with 9. Vento leads the Panthers with 4. As second quarter is underway, Barrington looking to build upon this lead that they already have. That pass inside and gets the fall, Alex Anderson. 22-8 as they get the first points here in the second quarter. As Skino looks to check back in. Cherry takes a 3, gets a tip by Statusfield into the hands of the Eagles.
Barrington just showing why they're the #1 seed. Dominant performance in this first quarter.
Anderson drives, fadeaway shot over Dicklow, rolls in and out and goes back in. Anderson with 4 already. Bento inside Morsilli. Backs him down, finds Dicklow inside, good pass. Oh, Dicklow can't finish. Gets his own rebound though and draws the foul. It'll be on the floor.
Those are the plays we want to see it from Johnston. Wide open basket, just unfortunate for Dicklow there. Luckily drawing the foul. Have to capitalize on this. Trying to score here, cut it down to a 14-point, deficit.
As Relojo and Rigamonti check in for the Eagles and Skino checks in for the Panthers. Morsilli with the left hand gets the fall. As the Panthers have hit double digits, it's now 24-10. Here's Appleyard. Gets a screen, drives, back out to Relojo. McDermott with Dicklow on the coverage. 10 to shoot. Drive inside, Rigamonti with the left hand over Vento. Off the back iron, no good. Morsilli pulls down that rebound. Great defensive possession right there by Johnston. Dicklow drives on McDermott with the right hand, gets blocked away by Brady White. Dicklow did not even see White. Came out of nowhere and rejected it. But gonna stay right here with the Panthers.
Yeah, White, Barrington setter, tall guy, showing his defensive abilities there.
Dicklow fakes the 3 and drives. Back out to the left corner where Vento is. Hits the side of the backboard. And Vento somehow grabs his own rebound. Vento drives in an Appleyard. His take, airballs that one. Rigamonti drives it on the senior captain. With the right hand, looks for the foul, no call. White, McDermott, Appleyard takes a 3 off the front rim. Morsilli, that's Skino that pulls down the rebound and draws the foul from Rigamonti. And the Panthers will take the ball.
And Panther Pen really letting the refs hear it there. Panthers have to capitalize now. They have to score points. Barrington a little iffy on those three-pointers, but they're always finding a way to get open.
They have so many opportunities that the Johnston Panthers just cannot give them. Here's Cherry, drives inside. Gets stripped out, and a foul is called. Very late whistle right there. It's going to be on the floor.
No, Barrington's offense just seeming to always get open, finding a way to rebound, get a wide open three. And Applewood, off the bench, scored 7 unanswered points. He's just found a way to get his teammates open or find himself open.
Morsilli fakes and take the mid-range shot. No good. Good look there for the junior. Can't get the fall. White inside Rigamonti. Skino on the coverage. Rigamonti draws the foul. It's going to be charged to Skino. As we approach the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. Rigamonti heads to the line to shoot 2. First one falls for the lefty. As 2 subs check into the game, Caleb Statusfield and Alex Anderson.
And Johnson can't give Barrington these free points. Clearly, they're very disciplined. They know how to do the basics right.
2 for 2 from Rigamonti. That's now a 16-point lead for the Eagles. As that one gets tipped away by Anderson. Oh my goodness. The Panthers just cannot afford to be doing mistakes like that. As that one gets stolen away by Statusfield. Can he jam it down? And he does! Caleb Statusfield jams it down on the steal. And these turnovers by Johnston, oh no.
First dunk I've seen all year.
Dicklow takes a 3. Rolls in and out. Morsilli with the putback gets it to fall. And a timeout called by Mike Rajorjan on the Panthers. A full timeout. We're going to take a quick break. 30-12. Statusfield jams one down after 3 consecutive turnovers by the Panthers. We're going to take a quick break.
Action time even more. How do we know? Because the numbers don't lie. The data about mixing multiple substances is scary. In fact, you are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high.
At Ortho Rhode Island, we've built the future of orthopedic care around an important foundation, you. Our experienced surgeons and specialists offer the full spectrum of orthopedic care with leading-edge treatments and technology and a one-of-a-kind patient experience. From diagnosis to outpatient surgery, physical and occupational therapy, acute injury care, and advanced imaging, we make you the cornerstone of innovative care. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit orthopedicsri.com.
Back from the full timeout, 30-12, as 3 consecutive turnovers by Johnston. That's not the kind of things you can be doing in a game like this, especially against a top team in the state. Inside pass, Rigamonti wide open. What a cut by the senior right there. 20-point lead for Barrington. Dicklow drives. Bento to the corner. Morsilli wide open 3. Rolls around, gets tipped out of bounds. Dicklow tries to save it, but it was last touched by Johnston, and it's going to go Eagle way.
But back to your point, Ant, you can't have those silly mistakes if you want to compete at this top level against the #1 team in Rhode Island.
They couldn't even get the ball past half court. They had 3 turnovers. Inside pass, stolen away by the Panthers. Dicklow. No look past Morsilli. Makes a man fall down. Morsilli can't finish with the putback, no good. Second chance and 1 bucket. Morsilli missed about 2 shots right there and puts it back in and gets an and 1 on top of it. Let's see if he can complete the 3-point play.
It should be big for Johnston. Cutting the lead here, Morsilli. Incredible that he could keep concentration like that. Missed it a couple times, but put it back up and see if he can complete the three-point play here.
And he does. Big three-point play for the junior. 17-point lead for Barrington. Here's Anderson. Appleyard. McDermott wide open in the corner, three. Rolls in and out. Sadfield tries to pull it down, but Dicklow ends up getting the rebound. Dicklow drives, draws the foul, and one. Two consecutive and ones for the Panthers. First by Morsilli, and this time by Dicklow.
What a play by Dicklow there, driving to the basket, going up, getting that foul. That's the type of spark that Johnson needs right there.
Now let's see if Dicklow can complete the three-point play. Off the back iron, Morsilli grabs the rebound. Left hand off the glass and in. Well, the Panthers will take 2 over 1 any day, as the Eagles will call a timeout. 30-second call by Mike Raffa.
Wow, and what a turnaround for Johnson here. Just going on that little bit of a run. Pretty amazing that Johnson can compete at this. Can they stay consistent here? That's the question.
A quick 5-0 run for the Panthers. First it was scored, Morsilli had that three-point play, and then Jordan Dicklow had it and one, missed it. Morsilli got the rebound and put it back in, as Morsilli right now is up to 11 points. So far, he's been the main star for the Panthers in this one.
Yeah, and going back to my earlier statement, Johnson, they always, show a glimpse of greatness in every game, but it's the problems of keeping that greatness, keeping that consistency throughout the game, and that's what they've been struggling. If they can just get it together, they would be a great teammate.
As Barrington will inbound it from in front of their bench. Inbound to McDermott. Here's Anderson guarded by Skino. Inside, Rigamonti over Morsilli, gets it to fall. As Dicklow will take it down for Johnston. Jerry gets it. Inside pass to Vento, back out to Dicklow. Drives, spin move, fadeaway shot. Oh, what a move by the freshman right there. Downcourt pass, Rigamonti. Inside to Van Vento, pulled down by Dicklow. 13-point lead for Barrington. Cherry takes a three and airballs that one. Couple of airballs tonight by the Panthers have really come back to hurt them.
Yes, it hasn't. Barrington, I feel like they rarely miss those easy, shots, those layups, those three-pointers. Johnson, they just have to capitalize on the opportunities that they're given, like Barrington is.
As Jacob Rujo, the sophomore, checks into the game. Anderson backing down Skino. Inside. Yeah, I was going to say, that looked like a clear travel to me. And the ref does call it, and it's going to go Johnson way. With under 2 minutes to go, Barrington still leads by 13.
Just want to say, what's up, Brody, in the house? Panther Pen showing up tonight.
Love to see it from the student body from Johnston. Midterms next week, so everyone enjoying some basketball this week. Here's Dicklow. Calls a screen for Morsilli. Rigamonti's right there. Inside pass, Morsilli. Great find by the freshman.
Wow, great defense by Johnson there. Barrington, but better offense from Johnston.
Rigamonti with the left hand and draws the foul. And one's back and forth from both teams tonight. Just the athleticism from both teams really coming out to show, especially in the paint.
And if Johnson scores, Barrington scores right back.
Rigamonti completes the three-point play as we approach a minute to go here in this first half. Arujo in the corner. Tries to give it to Vento and gets stolen away. Can Statterfield jam another one down? Just lays it up this time. Looked like he was about to do one, but just decided to just lay it up. Under a minute to go. Vento to the corner. Arujo, 3. Got it. Jake Arujo, the sophomore, gets one to fall in his first minutes of the game.
Really balling out in JV, showing Bedrosian I can play at this higher level, showing it right there with that three-pointer.
Here's Skino. Finds more Silly in the paint and gets it to fall. Panthers cut to an 11-point lead. Statterfield takes a deep 3 and drills it. Caleb Statterfield knew it was in when it left his hands. 5 to shoot. Vento takes a 3 from the top of the key. No good. McDermott pulls it down. Has a shot to get a buzzer beater from half court. Oh, off the front of the rim. Very close call right there from the senior. That big 3 from Caleb Statterfield silenced the Johnston Cries. They made it an 11-point lead. As we're going to go into the halftime break, 42-28, the Eagles lead over the Panthers. We'll be back for the second half.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because of the dead and injured who tested positive for multiple substances. In fact, you are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high, and try to stop someone who is.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
I was born for this. Born for this. Born for this. Feel that fever, lightning strikes, dangerous like dynamite. Born for this. I was born for this.
Since 2005, Rhode Island residents have relied on Superior Comfort to deliver the region's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. And now, we're thrilled to introduce you to Victor the Viking. Let Victor help your home conquer the cold season with a $69 heating system inspection. When homeowners need superior service, they call the Viking of Home Comfort. Visit SuperiorComfortInc.com or call 401-552-9201 to schedule service today.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because the numbers don't lie. The data about mixing multiple substances is scary. In fact, you are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high.
At At Ortho Rhode Island, we've built the future of orthopedic care around an important foundation: you. Our experienced surgeons and specialists offer the full spectrum of orthopedic care with leading-edge treatments and technology and a one-of-a-kind patient experience. From diagnosis to outpatient surgery, physical and occupational therapy, acute injury care, and advanced imaging, we make you the cornerstone of innovative care. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit orthopedicsri.com.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because the numbers don't lie. The data about mixing multiple substances is scary. In fact, you are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high.
At Ortho Rhode Island, we've built the future of orthopedic care around an important foundation: you. Our experienced surgeons and specialists offer the full spectrum of orthopedic care with leading-edge treatments and technology and a one-of-a-kind patient experience. From diagnosis to outpatient surgery, physical and occupational therapy, acute injury care, and advanced imaging, we make you the cornerstone of innovative care. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit orthopedicsri.com.
If you knew that mixing drugs and alcohol might make you 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver, would you not? Don't drive drunk, don't drive high, and try to stop someone who is.
Hey girl, what happened? Hey, don't forget to pick up the pizza.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because of the dead and injured who tested positive for multiple substances. In fact, you are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high, and try to stop someone who is.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
I was born for this.
Since 2005, Rhode Island residents have relied on superior comfort to deliver the region's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. And now, we're thrilled to introduce you to Victor the Viking. Let Victor help your home conquer the cold season with a $69 heating system inspection. When homeowners need superior service, they call the Viking of Home Comfort. Visit SuperiorComfortInc.com or call 401-552-9201 to schedule service today.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because the numbers.
Second half basketball from Johnston High School. The Barrington Eagles close out that quarter on a 6-2 run, and they lead this game by 14. And to be honest, Matt, even though they're trailing by 14 to Barrington, it didn't feel like their worst half. Besides that one little bump at the midcourt with all those turnovers, they didn't really play bad basketball that half.
No, they didn't. And some of the best basketball I've seen from them all year. Great passing, great shot decisions. Just kind of iffy on those, open layups, open threes. If they score those, it would be a completely different ball game.
As Dicklow opens his three and misses his first, Barrington will immediately take over. As Anderson gets one to fall right there, and it's 44-28. Here's Cherry. Takes a fadeaway shot, rolls in and out and in the hands of Relojo. Inside pass, way too far into the hands of Chris Cherry. Dicklow down court, stolen away by Stanisfield. Has trouble picking it up and finally does. Inside pass, wide open Rigamonti, gets it to fall.
But going back to that Chris Cherry shot, those are just unlucky shots from Johnson. If those fall, completely different ball game. They've just been getting unlucky and just haven't been able to hit those shots.
46-28 game. Skino backs out to Dicklow. Dicklow, fade away. Spin move and gets the fall. Dicklow with that spin move all night has been working effectively as it cuts it back down to a 16-point lead. Inside pass, Anderson, great cut.
Number 5, Satisfield, great offensively, but can get it done in the passing game as well. What a pass there, Ant.
Bento has trouble. Skino gets it, tries to give it to Morsilli and steals. Stanisfield drives with the right hand and gets it to fall. 20-point lead for the Eagles. Dicklow, deep three. Off the front rim. McDermott pulls down that rebound. Down court pass, Rigamonti. Tries to back down Morsilli, left hand, and gets it to fall.
Barrington has been dominant in the paint all night. Number 33, Rigamonti, just overpowering Morsilli.
Dicklow gives it off to Morsilli, but it bounced off his chest, and it's going to go Eagle way. As Jabel De La Cruz checks into the game, replacing the freshman Dicklow. .525 to go, 52-30 lead for the Barrington. Rigamonti takes a mid-range shot, rolls in and out. Anderson pulls down the rebound, looks for the foul, and gets the tip back in. Wow. Morsilli and Skino were right there. Cherry, left-hand floater, gets it to fall. Statusfield wide open on the right wing, three. No good. De La Cruz pulls down the board and gives it off to Vento. Vento to Skino, who drives. De La Cruz passes it back out to Cherry, who looked to reset. Skino drives to the corner. De La Cruz wide open three. Off the side of the rim and in the hands of Anderson.
Getting it done passing-wise. He's a great defender, but great passing there from the captain.
Rigamonti takes a Mid-range shot and falls. That little mid-range shot from the left side has been working all night for Rigamonti. Bento drives, right hand, Statusfield fouls him. Can't get the N1 bucket, but he will go to the line to shoot 2.
This is where Johnson needs to capitalize on these free points. Barrington's been doing it all night. You have to keep up with them if you want to stay in this game. It's all about the little things, Ant.
Bento gets his first to fall. As Dicklow will check back into the game, replacing Skino. Bento looking to go 2 for 2. And he does just that. (56-34). Anderson. Rigamonti, the same shot, same result. Timeout called by the Barrington Eagles, a full timeout. We're gonna keep it right here. My goodness, Rigamonti has been taking that same shot all half, and the Panthers just can't seem to guard it.
Yeah, I know. Just dominant in the paint.
Dicklow finds De La Cruz, gets to fall with the right hand. The sophomore gets a couple points to fall for him. McDermott finds a cutting Stanisfield, overshoots it. Dicklow will bring it down for the Panthers. And he gives it off to Relojo. Inside pass. Wide open at the top of the key. Anderson 3. Off the front rim. Cherry pulls down the rebound. Cherry steps back, gets blocked. Down court pass. Anderson. Dicklow chasing him. Off the front rim. Stanisfield rebounds. Wide open in the corner. Anderson. His 3. Swishes it home.
I feel like Barrington's doing everything right tonight. Defense, the blocking, the stealing, the free throws, the little things, the explosive athletic plays, just outmatching Johnson. Johnson not even playing bad tonight.
Jerry gives it off to De La Cruz. Dicklow. Drives. De La Cruz in the corner, fakes it. Dicklow fakes it from the free throw line and banks it in. So Dicklow gets one to fall. Here's Relojo. Finds a cutting Stanisfield. Great pass. Relojo to Stanisfield. What a pass. Dicklow takes a 3. Off the side of the rim. Down court pass. Anderson. He's wide open and lays it up with the right hand.
And this is where the games get out of hand. Not playing defense, just kind of going up as Jordan gets that easy layup.
As a timeout called again by Barrington. It's going to be a 30-second, 65-40, but yeah, 25-point lead now for the Eagles. This is where it starts to get really downhill for Johnston.
Yeah, they're just not playing defense. They got to get back into the rhythm they were feeling that first half. Great, some of the best basketball I've seen from them the entire year was in that first half. They have to keep with it. Like I said in the opening earlier this game, even if they don't win, if they stay close, if they make this a competitive game with Barrington, I see it as a win for Johnson, showing they can compete at that top level.
As the teams break from their huddle with a 25-point game. Man, it just felt like Barrington's just been dominant on both sides of the basketball, but more offensively as they're just finding the right people to pass to. Just feels like the chemistry is all there.
You know, this team's filled with juniors and seniors. They've been playing together for a long time. This team has built chemistry throughout the years.
That's why they're #1 in the state.
Clearly, and it's showing tonight.
Here's Anderson. Appleyard has been quiet since that first quarter. McDermott over Vento, draws the foul. McDermott will go to the line to shoot 2.
Going back to Applewood, even though scoring-wise he's felt, a little slow from that first quarter, he always seems, get open and get his teammates open, running around the court, getting those, wide open looks for his teammates.
McDermott looks to go 2 for 2 from the line. And McDermott does just that as Pettit checks back into the game. And check it in for the Eagles, Patrick McNamara. Dicklow drives, finds Neal inside and gets the fall. Aiden Neal, who's lost a little bit of playing time, gets a layup to fall right there. 15-point game, or excuse me, 25. McDermott, 3 from the left wing, switches it home.
Aiden, number 10 sophomore, hasn't gotten a lot of playing time this season, as much as he did last season, but good player.
It's a whole different lineup out there for the Panthers. Dicklow spins and hits it.
He's going to come out here and he's going to hustle Aiden, trying to prove to Bedrosian that he has a spot on this team.
Here's Relojo. Appleyard fakes the 3. McDermott almost walks with it. Takes a fadeaway over Pettit off the back iron, and Cherry will get it. Shot clock is turned off. Takes a 3 from the top of the key. Off the back iron, Appleyard gets it. Barrington will look to have the final shot of the third quarter. Here's Relojo. McDermott wide open on the left wing and hits another. From the left wing to the right wing, same result. Dicklow didn't see that time was still expiring as that shot attempt was way late. And that will conclude the third quarter, 73-44. Barrington leads over the Panthers, 29-point game. Largest lead of the night for the Eagles. We're going to take a quick break, fourth quarter coming up.
That impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because the numbers don't lie. The data about mixing multiple substances is scary. In fact, you are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high.
At Ortho Rhode Island, we've built the future of orthopedic care around an important foundation, you. Our experienced surgeons and specialists offer the full spectrum of orthopedic care with leading-edge treatments and technology and a one-of-a-kind patient experience. From diagnosis to outpatient surgery, physical and occupational therapy, acute injury care, and advanced imaging, we make you the cornerstone of innovative care. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit orthopedicsri.com.
Fourth quarter action here from Johnson, 73-44. The Eagles lead over the Panthers. Starting to get real ugly. As Cooper Johnson checks into the game for the Eagles. To the corner. Inside pass, McNamara with the right hand off the glass.
This is getting an ugly ant for Johnson. They have to answer back.
Diclo. Fadeaway shot, draws the foul. He'll go on to shoot 2. .31-point lead for the Eagles, largest of the night. Diclo misses his first.
Almost an unbearable lead for Johnson here.
Diclo goes 1 for 2 from the line. Here's Appleyard. Elojo way too far for Caleb White, or excuse me, Brady White, and it will go Johnston way. As Shamori Constant will check into the game for Johnston, he will replace Jacob Pettit.
Down 30 points. Bedrosian definitely going to get his bench involved. This is where you can really prove yourself coming off the bench. Show Bedrosian, maybe I can get in that starting lineup. Maybe I can get some more playing time.
As an official timeout was called, Morsili checks into the game. Diclo drives. Left-hand take, no good. Rebounded by White. Here's Relojo. Appleyard. Diclo on the coverage. Inside pass White over Constant. The right hand gets it in. Diclo. Jerry drives to the corner. Morsili wide open. His 3 into the hands of Appleyard. McNamara inside to White. Backing down Morsili to the corner. Wide open. Cooper Johnson off the back iron. Cherry pulls down that rebound. Morsili thought about the 3, but gives it to Diclo. Diclo takes a 3. No good. In the hands of Appleyard. 32-point lead for the Eagles. White trying to make it 34 and does. With the reverse layup, 79-45.
White, only a sophomore, showing great talent right here for him.
Bento, fadeaway shot. Morsili pulls it down. Left hand, gets it in. One of the bright spots for the Panthers tonight, Michael Morsili has made a big impact on the offense as Appleyard tries to get a little acrobatic layup, but can't. Bento drives. Right hand, up and under is in. Relojo will take it down for Barrington. Johnson. Relojo thought about it, drives inside, wide open lane as he just blows right by Diclo. 81-49. Constant. Bento drives, tries to get it inside, somehow finds the hands of Cherry, who takes the 3. No good. Relojo will take it down for the Eagles. Johnson. Relojo gets it back. As that one, way too much dribbling, goes out of bounds. As the bench will start to empty as Jacob Rujo, Henry Rodriguez, Will Ferrara, and Jabel de la Cruz check into the game. And for the Eagles, a lot of subs check in. James Palomeri, Sam Tostis. Here's Ferrara. Arujo gets it stolen away by McNamara. Here's White, has 2 Panthers to beat, draws the foul. It was going to be on the floor, no shot. As Ryan Waterman is at the scores table looking to check in. And he's going to replace Arujo.
Just Panthers not really showing any fight this second half. Great first half, only down a few.
Here's Cooper Johnson now for the Eagles as the benches start to empty. Inside pass, White. No good. Who was the last touch by the Panthers? It's going to stay right here with Barrington. Tosas will look to inbound. Inside pass. Wide open, draws the foul. Palomari, as Rodriguez will be caught with the foul. Palmieri is at the line to shoot 2. Hits his first. Started off as a pretty close game for the most part. It was only 10, but the second half surge from the Eagles has now made it almost a 40-point game. It's up to 33.
And truly dominating from the Eagles, showing why they're that first seed in Rhode Island.
Waterman gives it to Constant, who takes 3 from the right wing. No good. Rolling around into the hands of the Eagles. Johnson. Palomari. Inside pass. McNamara with the right hand, no good. Good defense by Ryan Waterman. De La Cruz. Here's Ferrara. Rodriguez drives to the corner, Constant. Mid-range shot, no good. White pulls in that rebound over Waterman. Palmieri drives over Rodriguez. His little step through, no good. Grabbing the rebound, McNamara. White from the corner takes a 3. Way too far. Here's De La Cruz. Slows it down for Johnston. Rodriguez. And a 30-second timeout called by the Panthers with 2:38 to go. We're going to keep it right here, though. 83-49. Look at the upcoming schedule here for streams. On tomorrow, actually, girls basketball will be back at home to take on Juanita Sanchez, as that one is stolen away by Johnson. Inside of White, wide open. 85-49. Girls basketball has had a pretty decent number over the Cavaliers the past couple years. Looking to continuous. Abner checks into the game for the Panthers. Rodriguez, wide open cut with the right hand in. Tostas into the corner. McNamara over Constant, gets it in.
Unfortunate here for Johnson. They started off so strong, just wasn't able to finish.
Couldn't hang with the #1 Eagles. Abner drives, right hand, too far off the backboard. Palmieri draws the foul. Actually, it's going to be a double dribble. So it's going to go Johnston away, 1:41 to go. 87-51 is your score. Constant tries to give it to Ferrara, a little bit too far for the junior. Gonna go Barrington way.
Barrington, even when coming off the bench, their team is still playing great, showing the depth that this team has.
As the offensive foul is called on Barrington, that was going to be charged to Sam Tosas. 1:18 to go. Rodriguez drives, gets tied up inside, almost gets thrown away. Constant gets it, has a free lane. Oh, it rolls in and out. That's been the luck all day for Johnston. McNamara. Tostas in the corner. Actually, this is Tostas. Under a minute. Tostas drives. Right hand. Off the window and in. Sam Tostas gets one to fall. 89-51. Here's Waterman. Rodriguez. Three from the top of the key, gets tipped. Down court pass, Palmieri. Over Rodriguez, no good. Fighting for it, Rodriguez will have it. As they'll just look to dribble this one out with 15 seconds to go. Trying to give hearing the Panther pen trying to give someone a shot. 5 seconds. Rodriguez will just dribble this one out with one. And the final buzzer rings from Johnston, Rhode Island. The Barrington Eagles, second half surge, leads them to an 89-51 victory over the Johnston Panthers. It didn't look bad in the first half, but the second half for the Panthers, it just turned upside down.
It really did, and started off strong, sticking with the first Barrington Eagles, just fell apart in that second half. They weren't doing what they were doing in the first half, passing the ball around, getting good shots up, playing smart basketball, just fell apart there, wasn't able to hang, but Barrington showing why they're the best team in Rhode Island.
Well, let's go over the leading scorers. Like you mentioned, they are the best team in Rhode Island for a reason. For the Panthers, it was Morcilli with 17, so a really bright spot for the junior tonight. And for the Barrington Eagles, it was led by Ryan Rigamonti with 19, and right behind him was Alex Anderson with 17. But that's going to do it from Johnston, Rhode Island. Barrington comes in with a second half surge and dominates the Panthers. Your final score, 89-51. Alongside Matthew Duquette-Siswick, I'm your play-by-play announcer, Anthony Vendetti. Arthur Men behind the camera, Dante, our statistician, Matt Clements, returning in, doing the computer tonight. We are going to say see ya from Johnston Senior High School. Once again, your final 89-51. Have a good night.